the Minister for Finance, Honorable Neil Rickenback, with chief executive officers from different companies. Today, we're on a conducted tour from Manzini to Mbabane to support the transport industry and vendors who are also in the art industry. Gwembisi community today was searching for a missing 19-year-old man who has been reported to have drowned at Gwembisi River. A child that is able to have premonitions that are accurate has been assisted by Prophet Major V. Dlamini, as the family have confessed to have peaceful night. And now the news. The Minister for Finance, Honorable Neil Rickenback, today was on a conducted tour. The Minister was visiting Mbabane and Manzini as he was in a public transport with other chief executive officers.
The Minister of Finance, Minister Neil Rickenback, together with those from Business ESWATINI today, decided to board a bus from Manzini to Mbabane so they can be able to experience the public transport live. The delegation that included the Minister of Finance and other business executives departed from the Manzini Municipal Council and walked to the Manzini bus rank. When they reached the bus rank,
Minister for Finance, Honorable Neil Rickenback, with chief executive officers from different parastatals and organizations, today commuted from Manzini to Mbabane using a public transport, where they stated that it is a campaign of encouraging the public to use public transport to commute to their various workplaces to reduce emissions.
Really want to appreciate the industry as a whole to start with. Secondly, trying to promote the industry, trying to say that, you know, when it comes to saving of fuel, when it comes to carbon emissions, just trying to do what we can to try to tell the nation, let's use the public transport industry. Let us use buses, let us use taxis rather than cars if we can. Obviously there's circumstances which one can and can't, but trying to promote that, to try and say let us try and see what we can do. At the same time, trying to understand the issues in the transport industry, and there are many. You know, every industry's got its own troubles and its own pain. Fuel being an issue, quality of roads being an issue, and being able to understand those and be able to appreciate, so that as we're crafting the budget, as we're doing stuff as government, that we can have an understanding, not only from a macro fiscal point of view when you look at the economic indicators, but from a practical point of view, having that experience, having that gut feel to be able to come and be able to say, right, okay, this is what the industry is going through, this is what the industry is experiencing.
Slangu Hlabati, the president of the Public Transport Association, stated that he hopes that this will not just end as a campaign, but government and other stakeholders will come together and see this coming to fruition.
Let's hope this angeke kube lip service ngoba lokhu kusho ukuthi CEO bo-minister nahulumende kufuneka sikwakhe imithetho levumaka ukuthi kungakhona kusebenzela. Ngiyabekisa njena CEO wase-Standard Bank kufuneka ukuthi akukhona kutshela kusebenza yakhe ukuthi kungakhona ukugibela ibhasi athi ibhadalele emabhasini rather than ukuthi abanike ibo car allowance. But thina sitawuthi sitawugibela nje ibhasi singakwendi lokho, then ngeke siyiseve le purpose. We are
i-factory kalobamba iyasebenza lo sikhuluma, people who are disabled doing this ngale titolo leti supportako Pick and Pay wotani bekunene support kwakhiwa imisebenzi lapha kalobamba.
Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shonga, Gary Carlos, Mbabane. The Big Mochano Road has been damaged at around Malandi area, where a big hole has been caused by the water or the rains that continue to rain across the country. The residents of the area were out to the road controlling traffic to avoid accidents. The repercussions of the unseasoned rain that the country is receiving are very bad for our country's road. Big Mochano Road is already damaged, marred by potholes, and now shafts are being opened in the drainage parts along Pikspik and Komanzi Road. The residents of Malandi were seen today controlling traffic so that they could avoid an occurrence of an accident, as motorists are unaware. Bongani Mnina, who is one of the residents of the area, stated that there is hope that government will assist after they've seen officials from the Ministry of Public Works and Transport assessing the situation.
Lesimo lesibhekane naso silikhulu kakhulu. Imigwaqo kusuke phansi ebloweni wenyuke vele ihamba yabhidlika yonke tiyana timvula tikemi. Ngikubuka kwethu nje ngalendlela kwenteka ngayo ngathi stakhamuthi sizisa tidzela ngalesimo lesisikhona sathi sitoma nesimo emgaqweni sibuke nathi bongoti lobungahle bendeka kulesimo lesesibhekane naso asathi ukuthi mhlawumbe kukhona yini lokungamane kube indlela yokuthi sisheshe sitakala ngoba lo mgwaqo lona ngona mgwaqo lo sispeak mbabane nanyathi le ndaso ukhona kepha nje sibathe siyabuka ngathi lo msebenzi umadima kakhulu asathi kulabadzala ngoba ngibo labadiko
nendani lentakhamuthi ngalomgaqweni
thina istakhamuthi sizama kumisa leti moto lana ngoba tihamba lisayidi linye sekude le ndlela yokuthi tingakhona ukuthi le space letikiso sincane kakhulu kangangoba tingagcina sekuvela letinyeni ngoti kwana simo lesisibukako
ani control traffic
sesizama control traffic thina ngalesimo lesikiso.
The extent of the damage on the Pikspik Mochane Road is growing as from Malandi, Nyogane and Ngomanzi area the road is developing holes. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe with Gary Carlos, Ngomanzi. A community of Ngambisi was assisting police in the searching of a 19-year-old man who was reported to have drowned at Ngambisi River. Even though police continue to warn or caution the nation against crossing flooded rivers, incidents of drowning continues to be reported. Members of the community of Mangayane and the Royal ESWATINI police today were massed at the Ngambisi River to search for a young 19-year-old boy who has been reported to have drowned along the river. Police are continuously cautioning the public against crossing flooded rivers, especially for parents to look after their young ones. The parents had this to say.
Ngathi ke mina ngwakhala tingubo nakhala tingubo ngathi mfana mawubuka lapho ngathi kunenyama besihlahleni ngathi ngibukile ngoba lemehlo kwasabuka wathi hayi babe kude ngabuye la mathela la ngemlo mdzala ke ngathi ngiyadumeka ngiyalala ngale flower khona bokuthi dudu wathi nya sikhathi angathi ngikuphe umntwana silakha sobabili athi kwaqhamuka umnaba sakhala babe uphisisho kuthi intombatana sisho ugumukele engwembezi kwaba kuloko nje ngikufika bekakwendane lengwembezi bakhe kude ngwadini ubathi ukhandlela abanye abafana lapha engwembezi wabeza labantu bafanele ababonile nakudlula bathi ufinjwa kuwe yena impatha yakhe izikheka isikhipha sakhe ibhulu yakhe amandini umfana ke lapho yamlamulela wathi uyagcina amehlile amlamulela wathathwa ngemali bahamba nabasho basiphophela sengigijima nami ngihlathathi ngidangala kuhlangana abafana sisuka ngala ngishiya vele ugumukele sisho njalo abafana balami ngibuyele ekhaya
ona mngakhi iminyaka nokuthi ngumuntu bekawajwayele nemandi
cha kungawa mehlile imali
una ngakho iminyaka bekafunza kuba kalobamba lomsana
lo mfula lona sebaningi kakhulu abantu abahambile ngaDisemba nje ukuhamba nababili lokufika Christmas lona wesithathu lokusho kona ukuthi lo mfula uyingozi kakhulu singacela nje kwayise emaswani lokuthi bangasonzeli emalini akangaboni phasi lo mfula uyingozi bantwana batali bantwana kusiyabo kuhlungu hanjelwa sitokonyalo nje sokumise impeli siyafuna abantu bathintekile bayekele lokho nalokho.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe, a report compiled by Justice Lamini, Ngambisi Mangayane. The SADC Troika organ will be staging their meeting to deliberate on the issue of the Cabo Delgado, where there have been unrest and attacks by the Al-Shabaab and armed groups, where the head of will be chairing the meeting.
The Southern African Development Community SADC informs the Extraordinary Summit and its preceding meetings that were scheduled to take place virtually on the 5th and the 7th of January 2022, that the meeting has been rescheduled. The meeting will now take place in Lilongwe in the Republic of Malawi on the 11th to the 12th of January year 2022. The Extraordinary Summit of Head of States and Government will be held on the 20th of January 2021. We reviewed the progress of the SADC mission in Mozambique, which was deployed to support Mozambique to combat terrorism and acts of violence, extremism. His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makethni Kachwera, the President of the Republic of Malawi, in his capacity as the Chairman of SADC, will chair the Extraordinary Summit. Prior to the Extraordinary Summit, His Excellency Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, who is the President of the Republic of South Africa and the Chairman of the SADC Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, will on the 11th of January 2022 convene an SADC Organ Troika Summit comprising head of state and government from Organ Troika members, namely Botswana, Namibia and South Africa. The meeting will also be attended by the Republic of Mozambique. In accordance with the SADC Treaty, the SADC Summit is responsible for the overall policy, direction and control of functions of the community, ultimately making it the policy-making institution of the SADC. The Extraordinary Summit and its proceedings meeting is outlined below as follows. The Extraordinary Organ Troika Summit will be on the 11th of January 2022 at 9 a.m. The Extraordinary Council of Ministers will be on the 11th of January 2022 at 5 p.m. The Extraordinary SADC Summit will be on the 12th of January 2022 at 11 a.m.
The Virginia residents are pleading with the Nkundla administration to assist in the rehabilitation of a road that is leading from the highway to their various homesteads. They state that it is inaccessible and it is difficult to drive on the road.
The frustration of residents in Virginia was evident today when on assignment our team noticed community members finding difficulty traversing the murky road. We interviewed a couple of residents about the impact the current state of these dirt roads has on their daily commute. They voiced their grievances with the conditions.
Singasitaka mbamba sasifile ukuhambela ibhakeni nemigwaqo netimoto azisakhona ikhuphuka la. Sesikhathela sathi sesingabheka kuphi nebekunene. Sicela siniside kakhulu.
Mphathe kanjani lokunathi imvula natingena?
Hey, sasifile imvula letingeni. Onke lamalanga liyana. Onke lamalanga liyana. Nemigwaqo yakhe iyagedvuka njalo. Netimoto adikhona ikhamba. Nalabafuna ukusita betitolo lebaletha tingwa lebaletha no abadikhona itimoto okuhamba kahle.
Awukaphezulu vele umgwaqo awusolona bathi basithembisa kahle kuphela iminyaka emingaka buka nje imoto ilimala khona la. Ulimala letimoto phezulu silimala ebusuku ngoba ebusuku sihamba lana khaya sisabona lutho. Sesingena egodzini. Sekufana emva kwalokho sihambisa ukhipha letimali sesibhedlela letimali lekutetolo. Lana ngeke bazama lana mango wazama ukuthi ubambisana nawo kwenze badlela bona amasaha abosimende.
Letimvula letikhona kulamalanga atifike tendanjalo.
Letimvula ke vele tuwezi futhi yabhedzisa vele la ihlobo bazama ukuthi bafaka imihlabathi.
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati News, Abongile Mabuza with Linda Shongwe and Zandile Mpapane, Mvuchi.
You're still watching channel Yemaswati News, and the news continue. Private investigator Hunter Shongwe condemns the act of continuous arson attacks that is being carried out by known people across the country, stating clear that it is important for people to put it in mind that whatever asset they ban in the country does not only belong to them or government, but also other Yemaswati who need them for benefit or for use.
Private investigator Hunter Shongwe made a plea to the public to not continue on with public acts of vandalism. Shongwe's ongoing arrest has led to several cases of vandalism of property and infrastructure around the country, with the most recent case being the arson attack at CTA. Shongwe would like for the public to know that while he is sympathetic towards their plight, the destruction of public property does nothing to advance the nation.
We can see that there has been destroying of properties in Swaziland or Eswatini. We understand that people want change, but the king, together with government, has announced that after Ingwala, we are going into a dialogue. So this vandalizing of property and burning of cars is not a smart move. It does not bring sense into this problem that we don't see eye to eye. Let us be the Swazis that pay respect. Let us be the Swazis that has an understanding of things. Let's not work like children. Burning and destroying is not going to help anyone, even if we have that change. But the property, the infrastructure, we need. So why are we destroying? Why don't we wait for our king and also for our present government to give us a venue and give us a dialogue? That is where we're going to put everything that we have.
He went on to urge the public to respect the monarchy's intention to address and engage with the public about domestic issues. Reporting for Channel Yemaswati, Awongile Mabuza, Uzandile Mpapane, Mvujini.
In an issue of a child that is having premonitions that are accurate in Mhlabubovu, the intervention of Prophet Major V have brought peace to the family. We have a report. At the homestead that is situated at Mhlabubovu, that is having a girl that is able to be accurate in her premonitions, state that they have been assisted in sleeping peacefully after they have been assisted by Prophet Major V Dlamini, who is based at the Mountain of Salvation in Matsapa.
Njengoba umbona nje nami la sithomeni ngathi ngeke ngibabhadalise lutho ngeke ngibakhiphise ndabanika but le ngubonga uNkulunkulu sekunomehluko lomkhulu kakhulu sebekhaya ngoba lo mfana unale nyoka lapha iBhulu unalo kwenzuzu lo ngabe akusithi ilwane lethu akuthingi kuliwa nale nto le ndithi ngamnqema ngoba kuyinzuzu.
Lokushothi inkosi sivile ke nokuthi lekhaya sebakhona kulala nyalo ubathembisana nesivile bese siphaphulekile ehlophe
le ngibathembisa kona akusimfene lefikilale nalomntwana ngule nyoka lo mnikati wemali ungathi bantu labasinzisiwe noma ngawunenzuzo noma ngabunani ungathi ungamthola lo muntu lo wathi ngala lokungisithe kakhulu justice mina ngathwasiswa ngile nyoka yemali ngiyayathi futhi ngiyathi mama kungako ngikhona kuyincenga noma ngikhona kuyathi kuyisusa kumuntu lo mfana lona unalenzuzu kwamthatha kwamfaka lekhathi emandini bangambona.
Siva ungathi ubuya kumncebe inkosi Major V bekakuthandazela ukuthandazela so la waqala ukuthandazela uva njani
ngemva nje ngikahle nje
sophilile Mambamba asochaze ke sisi ngoba phela la khaya nyalo kude marketing akafaka marketing khala next need ne TV kufuneka kwendekeni nyalo
kufuneka tibuyiswe letini.
Okay bethi balekselana uchaza
bekutawuvutha
lendlu wena botibona ngani tonke letinto leti makutawendeka
wangivalela ithiwo wena nje konke lelithiwo sengilibhidlitile idolo
ngiva ukuthi ulanzethe ibuko ta bekwendekani ngetibuka uchaza
bebabuka ngato uthi unyalo babuyise ini asesilayidi manje babuka ngato.
Oh okay lokusho sinyalo la khaya impilo seyikahle nje.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shonga. Report compiled by Justice Lamini Matsapa. Mr. Nenetu by community policeman of Msunduza is accusing and blaming those who continue to use fireworks during this time, stating that they make their operation unable to be successful due to that they suspect gunfire whenever they use these fireworks.
Although the rest of the world crossed over to year 2022 5 days ago, there are reports that at Msunduza, some residents are still observed blasting fireworks. This is according to Msunduza community policeman Mr. Nenet Vube, who cautioned residents of the area to stop the act. He mentioned that they would like to work hand in hand with the Royal ESWATINI Police Service to stop the act, which mentioned that it is a huge disturbance to the area.
Singabonga impeleni khasi ingene kahle eminyakeni lomusha wajubeka kahle yebo kona abantu behla benyuka vele italadini emaphoyisa efika ke aseyasho ukuthi abahambe bayolala emakhaya cha koja kude nje lokubi lokwavela vele kwaba kuhle kakhulu kwajubeka kahle nema cricket ashaya ngethi khasi kodwa ke lesi sikhala ngako nyalo ukuthi ema cricket solo baqhubeka abantu bawashaya nalamhla lo ngikhuluma nje awayuvela iqhuma le cricket bese uyamangaza hawu sekwende njani phela ngoma wanikwa leso sikhashana bekumele ukuthi kushaywe ngaso siyakwekhutha nje sike emaphoyisa emaka Msunduza sathi noma sethi ibhamu masema cricket siyacela lo silala abashaya ama cricket abayekele lokushaya ama cricket ngalesikhathi vele kuba inkinga nyaka kule khasta yanje kuyinkinga kakhulu kithi abaphoyisa emaka ngoba uma sivinjwe ichuma sine sicabanga ukuthi sibhamu ngoba phela isikhathi sema cricket saphela.
In the country are grateful to know that the MTN Premier League of Eswatini will be resuming shortly after they have been into a break. The supporters state that they are waiting to be part of the games in the various stadiums.
Fanatic Season Mbabane Ndlovu expressed his excitement for the beginning of the season. He spoke about the stellar performance displayed by young players in smaller leagues and voiced his wish for the up-and-comers to be coached and mentored by professional coaches in order to maximize their potential as players and to improve their careers.
Sibalanze sijabula kakhulu ngale season lesiqalile because uyabona ngeSwati bathi yasuludzana lapha eTulu kholo ngeTulu uyabuya ngephasi lo ngephasi uya ngeTulu mawuthi uyabuka lama teams lamancane ngedlala nyuse ngakule season lena uyabona ukuthi uma ngabe singathola coach longakhona kusebenzisela labafana ababide ngisho ku national team uyabona lokuthi ibhola yethu laSwatini ingathuthukika kakhulu nje namabangavulana nama 23 labafana nje bakhona ekudlala ngiyachanisa ibhola yethu ngayimbili kakhulu. Masibuka le game le Royal Leopard nenango ngilapho la sifike sithole khona ipicture yokuthi labamla abadzala la bholeni sale bakhwesha nyalo sale kudlala le youth because mawubuka le ndlela le youth legijima ngayo ekakhulu nje i Royal Leopard ibenenhlanhla kakhulu mina ngayibukela Mayidlane Island isetawushaya abantu vimonene.
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati News, Abonyamabuza with Gary Carlos Msunduza.
Recapping our top stories to end English news. The Minister for Finance commuted a bus from Manzini to Mbabane. This is a campaign of encouraging Yemaswati to use public transport and also to support those linked to the transport industry. Gwambisi community was searching for a 19-year-old man who has been reported to have drowned in Gwambisi River with the Royal ESWATINI police divers. a lady who has been having premonitions at Mhlabubovu, has been prayed for by Prophet Major V. Dlamini and declares that she sleeps peacefully after the prayer. Well, that's all for today. Until next time, please do enjoy the rest of your viewing.